What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Louis. My mission is to take you to experience all the amazing moments, places in Gansu. And today, we're in the White Tower Mountain. The tower and the temples standing behind me is the White Tower Temple, which is well known by the locals. The mountain I'm standing right now is also named after it, which is called the White Tower Mountain. But do you know that the White Tower is not the name of this mountain or this temple for a long period of time? Back in Kangxi period in Qing Dynasty, it was actually renamed as the Ci'en Temple. So today we're going to talk about the stories about the temple, the mountain, and the tower, starting with its names. In late Song Dynasty and early Yuan Dynasty, the site of Genghis Khan aimed at Central Plains, and meanwhile, he also paid attention to southeastern part of the Mongol Empire, which is Xizang. Genghis Khan planned to conquer it without using any forms of forces, so he wrote a letter to His Holiness of Tibetan regime in ancient China. Then His Holiness sent a Lama as the emissary to see Mongol Empire to discuss details about the Genghis Khan's proposal. Unfortunately, when the emissary stopped by Lanzhou, he died because of a sudden illness. Lanzhou used to belong to Xixia Kingdom, but when Genghis Khan conquered it in AD 1226, the White Tower Temple was built to memorize this emissary. But the tower collapsed at the end of Yuan Dynasty, and up until Jintai period in Ming Dynasty, the officer Liu Yongcheng, who's responsible for Gansu, rebuilt the temple based on the ruins of the former one, which is the prototype of today's White Tower Temple. When it comes to Kangxi period in Qing Dynasty, the governor Zhuo Qi has resurfaced the temple, expanded the occupation of its site, and renamed it as Ci'en Temple. But the local people still preferred the White Tower Temple as its name. Among the locals, there's a legend saying that there used to be a snake monster living in the Yellow River, and it sometimes flew out of the river, bringing wind, snow, and rainstorms, as well as drought to the locals. And the local people suffered a lot from it. Up until one day, a god arrived at Lanzhou, and he led the locals to build several towers to surprise the snake monster who lived in the Yellow River. And the White Tower Temple is one of them. And since then, Lanzhou has hardly faced any extreme weathers. That story is normally heard from the parents when they tell bad stories to their kids. So in this video, this story is just for fun.